Awesome peeps, this is Barkie again. This is part 2 in the series of Who am I, what am I, and where are we going? Well, who am I? Like I said, my name is Barkie. I'm a 44-year-old father. I got into gaming because of my young son, whose name is Wade, otherwise known as Werewolf Ghost. He started gaming on PS3 quite some time ago. We've always been a family of PlayStation. Long story short, we needed something to keep him busy with regard to the World Cup soccer and all this other good stuff. We had already purchased a PlayStation 3 before that, and long story short is he had Modern Warfare 2 and he connected it to the internet. Oh my word. We're running a 512 line, and hey, it was the greatest thing since sliced bread. It was absolutely fantastic. He was playing Modern Warfare 2 and Aliens vs Predator and so on and so on and so on. And basically what happened is one day he was busy jamming online and I was actually there, and this gamer in ABP started talking, and it's like, wow, you guys can talk online and it's fantastic. And anyway, so got into the whole thing, did what we needed to do, and got him a nice little Bluetooth headset, and there we go. That was how we got into gaming, actually online gaming. I obviously started watching, waiting, and I would have all these mates over, and we'd play co-op and this other good stuff. It was absolutely fantastic. All the mates there and everybody should come on, and he's over there, and everybody looking on everybody else's screen, and what you doing? Stop cheating. Anyway, long story short is, it's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. The unfortunate thing is when it came to lobbies, a lot of international games at the time, and I unfortunately was there when I started hurling abuse and a whole lot of other nonsense. It sort of stopped him from playing games, which was a little bit unfair. And I said, listen, what we'll do is we'll play together. Okay? Him and I both, and I play as guest, and so on and so on. At the time, he was playing as Barkie SA or Barkisa back in the good old days on PS3, and in a nutshell, there you go. From there, I decided, with the motivation of one of my mates, by the name of Ural, to look at the Xbox 360. He said that it may be better because it's a paid service for Xbox Live and so on and so on. I've also got a thing called Xbox Administrators, I beg your pardon, Xbox Ambassadors, and it's a more controlled environment, and yeah, so I challenged him to buy the PlayStation. He challenged me to buy the Xbox, which we did, and the rest is history. We became Xbox gamers. We actually bought the Xbox as well as Modern Warfare 3, quite some time ago. And we did find that it was better, but you still had bad language, huge cussing, guys bullying and picking on everybody, and I wasn't too happy about it. So how could I engage, or how can I help him engage in people who want to game for the happiness of gaming, and not just ripping into people, like, you this, and why, and all this other good stuff. And I was fortunate enough at the time to have been jamming with a couple of guys, One guy I thought he was serious. I thought there was some serious psychological issues. Guy by the name of Fairy Godfather. Oh my word! I was like, you're kidding. How can a guy call himself the Fairy Godfather? There's something wrong here. Anyway, we were jamming together, and I sort of noticed that he had letters in front of him, which eventually found out clan tags and Fairy Godfather, dead man walking. Anybody who doesn't know that, whoops. Okay, don't know what you're doing here. Anyway, long story short is the maturity of everybody in Dead Man Walking and the understanding, and I was fortunate enough to have played some or been part of some practices which they had. Wow, absolutely fantastic. I mean, this is what I needed for my son. This is what I really, really needed. Um, we put ourselves in a position where look at a couple of other clans. Well, there weren't really that many, but we had a look at a couple of other clans, and we made application to a clan called OECD, headed up by Soldier Gorilla, and at the time, Necromades, Firefly, and none other than Waddles. Well, I tell you, this was a fantastic learning curve, real introduction to competitive gameplay. Fantastic bunch of people, and needless to say, that's about that. We decided to for various reasons start a clan called, or another clan. Didn't know at the time, but that young inspiration, full of energy, smiles, and happiness. Bradley Smith, or Waddles as we know him, came up with the name Rebel Alliance 5, RA5. And yeah, the rest is history. I will be covering that in a later time. But I'm a dad. I care, I love, and I'll protect my son. I do this like your parents will do for you, and have done. I'm quite certain you can appreciate that the most important thing to me is trying to create a stable environment, putting everybody in the right place where they too can engage and have the one thing which unfortunately isn't really prevalent in, well, in gaming generally, but also, out in the real world, which is respect. If we just respect each other, we respect each other's opinions, thoughts, ideas, philosophies. But anyways, yeah, I've heard that from other people. I've heard that I own Ferraris and all this other good stuff, and I'm Mr. Moneybags according to a certain AJ last year, and all this other good stuff. Yeah, I'm no, yeah. Could have retired when I was 35. I chose not to. Um, I grow my businesses. There's a whole lot of them. Um, the greater part of my wealth comes from properties, and it affords me the time and the luxury to spend a lot of time online. This is what's important to me, is that we've put ourselves in a position where gaming has changed. It's changed in the last couple of years because everybody's chasing the dream of the Americanization and the European and all this other good stuff, and it's all rubbish. Why? It's rubbish because, you know what, we haven't even got the basic building blocks in South Africa. But we're going to deal with that at a later stage. Getting back to what, who, and why. The people who inspired me in gaming initially was Fairy Godfather, our good old friend Uncle Craig, G.I. Joe Sr., Soldier Gorilla. This is a book, this is how we do it. You don't like it? Cheers. Our good friend Rattles. Awesome guy, absolutely fantastic young man. Moving through, obviously there's a whole lot of other people. But of late, people forget that one of the biggest contributions towards gaming is really about it being voluntary. and the time and the effort and everything that it takes. It's all voluntary. You know? It's about growing who you are and what you are. Anyways, this voluntary system is generally done without remuneration, without being paid. Okay, the guys that I've been working extremely close with, Cyber Ninja, Rat, and most importantly of late, in my opinion, Mr. MLG himself, Holden Zero, and Mr. Gfinity himself, the boss, Clint CS 1977. Wow. Okay. Fantastic guys. Guys who are growing the media side. People like Chutney Boy. Man, absolutely fantastic guys. You know, people who set real awesome examples in the community. You know, who selflessly, Holden, Clint, they selflessly commit themselves to growing this. You know, yes, they get hammered, they get pushed down, like with Craig, G.I. Joe, Senior, and they just push on and just keep going, and you know, and the important thing is for me to bring a type of stability, respect. This is me. This is why I'm in gaming. Okay. This is why I decided to become part of this whole gaming enterprise, so that we can put ourselves in a position to understand what is important, so I can teach my son the life skills of not raging at people, not, oh, you this, that, oh, that, oh, quick scope much, camp much. I'm sure we've all heard this before, but you know what? No worries, man. I think it's imperative that everybody forgets why they started gaming in the first place, and it's really to have fun. One of the biggest things is that life gets in the way of gaming, and you know, a lot of guys are talking about pro this and semi-pro that, and getting paid and being remunerated and all this other good stuff. You know what? Right here, right now, you need to sort of understand that we are behind and we are catching up pretty quickly. Okay, but it's through people like Holden ZA, CS 1977, Clint the Boss, that we're really putting ourselves and our best foot forward to make gaming better. Yeah, I know, which we're going to deal with at a later stage, is that, you know, Xbox, or Call of Duty Xbox, represents a very small portion of the actual esports in South Africa. I promise you, I'll give you all the stats and figures in a later episode, but you will fall on your back when you really see how small it is compared to everything else. I just want to say one more thing, okay, is that, you know, gaming wouldn't be gaming without you guys, without the Joes and the Pitts and the Georges, like myself and anybody else, because we all contribute to it in our own way. Yeah, you'll have your good and you'll have your bad. You'll have your smileys, like Rattles, and the like, and you'll have your haters, you know. I'm not going to mention names, but I'm sure we know who we're talking about. But that's really what it's about, and I want to bring the joy of life, what you should be experiencing outside of gaming, into gaming, okay? And the life lessons, which is respect, which is being able to listen to another person's opinion, okay, and respect it. If you disagree, then so be it, okay? But, you know, behaving like idiots and Twitter wars and all this other nonsense, you know, is like, so 10-year-old, 5-year-old? I mean, really? We don't do that. We shouldn't do that. But hey, you know what? I'm sort of pushing into this the 17th minute of this, and I'm quite certain you are enjoying the FEO's land footage. Again, I'm not putting my mug on here because it's rather an old mug. But this is me. You know, what you see is what you get. What you hear is what you get. I don't pretend to be anybody else. I choose to be part of gaming because I want to help. I hope you heard that right. I want to help. I don't want to take away. I don't want to fight and argue, and I'm not interested in politics, and I truly don't give a damn about people who have negative opinions, people who focus on the negative, who's always picking and scratching and trying to find areas of confrontation. Um, you know, bad news is good news according to the media. You know, there are certain media places, online magazines or magazine who focuses on negative, negative, negative. And yeah, they get a lot of hits and all this other good stuff. But that is like, you're kidding, right? Okay, we as gamers should see it for what it is, not really inspire it, not inspire them to promote it more. You should just boycott the bloody thing. It's like e-tolls and all this other rubbish. You disagree with it, you boycott it. You do what you need to do. Um, Again, not breaking the law, but hey, this is what we do. Anyway, so I'm gonna shut up now. Okay. Okay. My name is George. People call me Uncle G. I try and do right by all. Hope you've enjoyed this. Anyways, I'm shutting up now. I'm out of here. Next one we're going to be doing is RA5 UNDL. How, what, when, where, why. And again, successes and lessons learned. I think the most important, sorry, before I end off, I'm an extremely successful businessman. And I think one of my biggest issues that I had was expecting people who volunteer, be it to head up HR in the various divisions or this or that or whatever it might be, to behave and facilitate as though it was a paid employee. Again, what is the bad word there? Expect. I expect it. I have my faults. Everybody else does. I'm the first to admit it. I just say this, guys. The only thing, we support each other, we care for each other, and most importantly, we respect each other. This is Barkie. Have a super